Hi, it's nighttime. I decided the best time to try and make our can flashlight and create a simple circuit would be at nighttime when you will be able to see it brighter. So I wonder if you know what happens when you turn the light switch on. How come the light bulb comes on? Or when you push the button on the television, how come that works? And I am by no means an expert at all in this, but I kind of wanted us to talk about it a little bit so we could think about how electricity flows. It's something that moves, and I want you to get out your papers first. And it says, I wonder what will happen if. And instead of saying, I wonder what happens if, how about if we say, I wonder what happens when we turn the light on? Why does it work? And I think I know that every time I turn my light switch on or I plug in my toaster and push the button down, that it's going to do what it's supposed to do. So we're going to talk a little bit about electricity. I am not an expert, but I want you to know that there are some things that we need to make electricity work, especially our flashlights. In our kit, I put a soda can, and remember the sharp edges down here, so I covered it with tape for you, but still be super careful. I included 2 batteries. They're both C batteries. 1 light bulb that should be powered by a C battery. A little piece of sandpaper because we have to sand a little bit of the can, and a wire. You will need to have a piece of tape to tape the wire to the side of the can, and some newspaper or a magazine or something to roll up so the batteries fit more snugly into the can. In order for a simple circuit, and that's what we're making, for it to work, we need a source of electricity, and that will be our batteries. Something to make it flow, a connector, and that's our wire. And the thing that we're going to make happen, which is the light switch, and I mean the light bulb. And we also need some kind of a switch. And the switch that we're going to use is going to be a little manual thing, and we're going to attach this to the back of the battery, and it won't hurt. So the first thing you need to do is to take your can and very carefully, with the rough side of your sandpaper, sand a spot on your can until it is all the way down to the bare metal. You don't want any kind of a paint thing on it at all. It shouldn't take very long, and it will get kind of rough. And that's where you start with that. I'm not going to do that anymore because this is Aubrey's kit, and I haven't seen Aubrey yet. She's not home yet, so I couldn't give it to her, so I want her to be able to do that part of her own. I'm going to switch over to my stuff now. Here is mine. The next thing, remember, you need a piece of tape, and I want you to take one side of your wire. We strip the wire, we strip the coating off of both ends, and you can tape that to one end. I want you to take your batteries, lay them end to end. Now when you look at batteries, there's a bump end, which is the positive, and a smooth end, and that's the negative. In order for the connection to work, the positive has to touch the negative. And this positive that you're going to shove into the inside of your can has to touch the back of the light bulb. So it will be in your can this way, and it will be touching. You will stick it into the hole. You might need some help with this. I tried to make the holes kind of snug because I didn't want your light bulbs to move around too much, but in order to get in, you might need a grown-up or somebody to help you with that. Put your light bulb into that. Roll your batteries up into the newspaper or magazine, and then you're going to shove the whole thing into the back. I've already done that with this one. My batteries are in, and you can see my flat end or my negative end is there. My wire is taped. See, mine's a little bit loose. It keeps popping up. I'm going to shut off my light really fast in my kitchen. And I want you to be able to see when my light bulb lights up. It's not super bright, but it works. It would make a flashlight. You can see on my counter that you can see the flashlight. Now, if I take out my batteries for you, you will see that I made sure that my batteries went in end to end, Watch what happens if I put them in wrong. So that point is there, but if I put the two negative ends or the two flat ends together, my light won't light up. You have to make sure your batteries are lined up, and you need to make sure that the positive end of your battery is touching the back of the light bulb in your can. It might take a little bit of time to make it work. Be patient, try a few things. You can look at the back of my can and see my newspaper all rolled up. It might take a few tries. Be patient, don't get frustrated and quit. Also, my wire keeps popping off, and I have to keep shoving it back into my tape because it's not a perfect situation. But I want you to know that some of my kids who have done this in previous years still have their flashlights and still make them work. So have some fun with this, enjoy it, talk about making a simple circuit. You can look online and see if there's something else you can make along the same lines. Enjoy yourself and enjoy your last week of school.